Hello everyone, this is third video on multivariable function and partial derivative, and now I am going to explain the chain rule for the functions of two variables. Now just see, in case of a function of single variable, let's suppose y, it's a function depending on x, where x is another function depending on t, and we have to find out the derivative of y with respect to x, with respect to t. Then how to find this derivative? We can apply the chain rule and we can find out the derivative of y with respect to t. So the chain rule is, you can find out the derivative of y with respect to x and the derivative of x with respect to t, and then you can multiply these two, you will get the derivative of y with respect to t. So this is the first method, which is the chain rule. So by applying the chain rule, we can find out the derivative of y with respect to t. What is given to us? Here it is given that y, it's a function of x, and further x is a function of t. Since we want to find out the derivative of y with respect to t, so the chain rule says that you first find out the derivative with respect to x, then multiply with the derivative of x with respect to t. So this is the chain rule and this is the tree diagram. The another way is, you can substitute the value of x over here in terms of t. Now y will become the function of t, and now you can find out its derivative. Now just see, with the help of an example, let's suppose y is given to us x square plus 1 and further x is given to us cos t. We want to find out the derivative of y with respect to t. The one way is, you can substitute the value of x over here and you can convert the function in t, and now you can find out dy by dt. So what will be the dy by dt? This comes out to be 2 cos t into minus sin t. So this is minus sin 2t, right? The other way, we can apply the chain rule. We can find its derivative with respect to x. So what is dy by dx? That is 2x. What is dx by dt? This is minus sin t. So what will be dy by dt? So after applying the chain rule, we get this is 2x into minus sin t. Now we can substitute the value of x over here. This is cos t, and we can convert this complete function in t. So this is minus sin 2t, right? So this is the chain rule. By chain rule, we can find out the derivative of y with respect to some another variable t. Now same way, we can extend it to find out the derivative of functions of having more than one independent variable using chain rule. Now just see, what is the rule? Let's suppose we are given a function z, which is a function of x and y. So z depends on x and y are independent variable. So using tree diagram, we have z, it's a function of x and y. Now further, x and y, they are the functions of u and v. Y, it's a function of u and v. Both these independent variable, they depend on some another variables u and v. So if we want to find out the partial derivative of this function with respect to u, we can apply the chain rule. Now how to find its derivative with respect to u? First take its derivative with respect to x, and then take the derivative of x with respect to u, plus take its derivative with respect to y, and then take the derivative of y with respect to u, right? So in this way we can apply the chain rule and we can find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u, right? Since it is partial derivative, so we will have the derivatives with respect to each independent variable. Now since z is a function of x and y, and further x and y both are the functions of u, so when we have to find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u, the derivative of this and derivative of this both comes in picture with respect to u. So that's why we will add over here. So this will be the partial derivative of z with respect to x and then x derivative with respect to u. The same way, plus the partial derivative of z with respect to y and then the derivative of y with respect to u. The same way we can find out the partial derivative of z with respect to v. Now this will be what? First take its partial derivative with respect to x and then x derivative with respect to v, plus take the partial derivative of z with respect to y and then its derivative with respect to v. So this is the chain rule to find out the derivatives of the function having more than one independent variable, and further these independent variables are the functions of some another two variables, right? So this is the first rule. Whenever you are having z as a function of two independent variables and further x and y, they are the functions of two another variables. Now just see with the help of an example. Let's suppose we are given that z is x into y. Further x is given to us u e to the power v, and y is given to us u square into e to the power v. Find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u. Now since z is depending on x and y, and x and y they are the functions of u and v, and we want to find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u, so we will apply the chain rule over here, and this comes out to be partial derivative of z with respect to x, the next derivative with respect to u, partial derivative of z with respect to y, and the partial derivative of y with respect to u. So now you just substitute the values. What is the partial derivative of z with respect to x? This is y. What is the partial derivative of x with respect to u? This is e to the power v. What is the partial derivative of z with respect to y? It comes out to x. And then the partial derivative of y with respect to u, this is 2u into e to the power v. Now if we want to convert it into complete u and v, then we can substitute the value of y and x in the terms of uv. So here y is u square e to the power v, and x is u into e to the power v. So after simplifying, we get this is 3u square into e to the power 2v. So the same way we can find out the partial derivative of z with respect to v. So this is the first rule. Whenever z is a function of two variables and further these two independent variables are the functions of another two independent variables, so we can apply the chain rule using this. Now the second case is when z is a function of two variables but further x and y they depending on only one variable. So whenever a function is a function of single variable, we will find out its derivative and we will denote this by dz by dt, not curly d z by curly dt, not partial derivative but the complete derivative, because since z is a function of two variables x and y and further x is a function of t, y is a function of t, when you substitute the value of x and y over here, it will become a function of t alone. So whenever you are having a function of single variable, we will always find out the complete derivative, not partial derivative. So the derivative of z with respect to t by using the chain rule, it will be, now since here z is a function of two variables, so whenever you have to find out the derivative of z with respect to x, it comes out in the terms of partial. Okay, but x is a function of t alone, so now it is complete derivative dx by dt. The same way here, since z is a function of these two independent variables, so when you find out its derivative with respect to y, this comes out in the terms of partial. But since y is further a function of t alone, single variable, so here we will write down dy by dt. So this is the chain rule, and you can find out the value of the derivative with respect to the single variable after applying the chain rule. Now just see with the help of an example. Let's suppose using chain rule you have to find out the derivative of w with respect to t, where w is a function of two independent variables x and y, and further x they depend on t and y is depending on t. So what is the derivative of w with respect to t? So using chain rule, this will be, now since using tree diagram, w it's depending on two variables x and y, and further they are depending on single variable t. So this will be the partial derivative of w with respect to x into the derivative of x with respect to t, plus partial derivative of w with respect to y into the derivative of y with respect to t. Now you just substitute the values over here. What is the partial derivative of w with respect to x? This is y. What is the derivative of x with respect to t? It's minus sine t, plus what is the partial derivative of w with respect to y? This is x. What is the derivative of y with respect to t? This is cos t. So when you substitute the value of y and x in the terms of t, we get the value of this derivative in the terms of t. So this comes out to be minus sine square t plus cos square t, which is cos 2t. So this is the derivative of w with respect to t using the chain rule. And without chain rule also we can find out the derivative of w with respect to t by substituting the value of x and y over here. So when you find out its derivative with respect to t, this is this as it is into the derivative of this, right, plus the derivative of this into this as it is, so that is cos 2t, right, which is same. Now see the third case, when z is a function of single variable and further x is depending on two functions, two variables. If we want to find out the derivative of this with respect to u, now just see, after substituting the value of x in the terms and in terms of u and v, z will become a function of two independent variables. So whenever a function is a function of more than one independent variable, we will always have the partial derivatives. So here if we want to find out the derivative of z with respect to u, it will comes in terms of partial. So what is the derivative of z with respect to u? Curly z upon curly u will be, after applying the chain rule, this will be what? The derivative of z with respect to x, and then the derivative of x with respect to u. Now since here z is a function of x alone, so this derivative will comes in the terms of complete derivative. And further x is a function of these two variables, so here it comes in the terms of partial. The same way you can find out the partial derivative of z with respect to v. So that will be, take its derivative with respect to x, multiply with the derivative of x with respect to v. Now just see with the help of an example, using chain rule, find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u and partial derivative of z with respect to v if z is x square plus 1 and x is u into sine v into sine v. So find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u as well as partial derivative of z with respect to v using chain rule. Now just see, since z is a function of x alone and x is a function of u and v both, so if we want to find out the partial derivative of z with respect to u, this comes out to be the derivative of z with respect to x and take the derivative of x with respect to u. So what is the derivative of z with respect to x? This is 2x. And what is the derivative of x with respect to u? This is sine v. Now you can substitute the value of x over here. So this is 2u sine square v. Now you find out the partial derivative of z with respect to v. This comes out to be the derivative of z with respect to x into the partial derivative of x with respect to v. So this is 2x and the derivative of x with respect to v will be u as it is into cos of v. So when you substitute the value of x over here, so this comes out to be 2u square into sine v into cos v. So in this way we can find out the partial derivatives of z with respect to u as well as v, where z is a function of x and further x is a function of u and v using the chain rule.